Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. It is Wednesday, it is May 13th. Finally not going to get as much wind today.
Thank goodness.
That's going to be nice. We'll have the forecast here in just a second for you. But first, you can find us live here on Facebook each and every weekday morning. We go live around 8 o'clock for you. You can also find us on your favorite podcast platforms, our Inform YouTube channel, anywhere that you can get a podcast, you can find us. So look for us there. All right, let's dive into this. Looking like a really nice day.
Like practically perfect. I don't know if it gets much better. Sunshine, light winds, low humidity, 70s.
Wow.
Could you shape it up any better?
I don't think so.
It's going to be gorgeous. Tea times, patio dates, whatever you're doing outside. I've caught wind, if you will, of a lot of people spraying today because it's the lack of wind today. So
makes sense.
People will be out and about and busy and taking advantage of it. And you should, because it is the only day we get the break from the wind. Practically perfect today. We'll keep it dry, sunshiny. You'll need the sunglasses. The wind starts picking up as early as tonight. I'd say after about 8 o'clock tonight, we start getting a little breezy. And then it just continues to increase through the overnight into the day tomorrow. Starts out of the southeast for your Thursday, and then flips around to the west as a little front slides through. Gusts 40 to 45 tomorrow. We peaked at 53 yesterday. So I mean, I felt that. Yep. Yeah. It was howling. We had a lot of blowing dust, damage reports, high-profile vehicles struggling on the roads. And so as we do that again for tomorrow and Friday, expect similar impacts then to go with those types of gusts that we saw yesterday. Thursday, though, specifically, again, starts out of the south, turns to the west, little front slides through. We'll watch for some spotty showers on Thursday. Not impressive. Trace to maybe a 10th, highest likely in northern Minnesota. That kind of looks to be the bullseye area, but again, up to a 10th. So very, very light, which means then with the wind continuing into Friday and not much moisture, I'm still watching out for fire danger. Likely a fire risk at least on Thursday, and then downright danger, probably red flag warning type of talk into Friday. Gusts 50 to 55 for Friday. So just like we had yesterday. Relative humidity as low as 15%. We already have a fire weather watch in place for Friday. That'll likely be upgraded to some sort of a warning then. The entire state of North Dakota under that fire weather watch. So it's not a good Friday for bonfires. Temps in the 70s to near 80 for the next few days. We cool down slightly into the weekend. We're looking near 70, upper 60s north, low 70s south. Comfortable. We lose the wind at least somewhat. Not as calm as today, but much more manageable than the next few days. 10 to 15, maybe a gust up near 20 on Saturday. It'll be all right. Your next best chance of rain builds its way in throughout Sunday. Sunday night kind of lasts into Monday. Temperatures lower because of that. It's too soon for any sort of promise or numbers with that, especially with how dry we've been. I don't like to go all in on a rain forecast when we have a dry pattern because of it's going to take something to kind of break it and to really, we'll see. But there is a rain chance, at least, as we go into Sunday, into Monday. Likely lowering temperatures into next week, too. I've got some days that are only in the 50s. Kind of chillier into next week.
Yeah.
At least for a couple of days. But at least it comes with a rain chance, because now we're starting to get to all right.
Yeah. Need some rain.
We need a little moisture. Yeah, a good drink of water would help. Okay, I think that's all.
All right. Thanks, Lydia. Appreciate it. All right, the Fargo Fire Department responded to a fire overnight. One person was being treated for a burn injury after a vehicle caught on fire inside of a building. It happened last night in an industrial area north of Main Avenue. When firefighters arrived, they found the vehicle fully engulfed in flames. Crews were able to quickly put out the fire in about 5 minutes, and they kept it contained to just that vehicle. One person, like I said, was taken to the hospital with that burn injury. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Fire danger, like Lydia said, is rising across eastern North Dakota, as well as northwest Minnesota, and throughout a lot of the further region as well. So residential areas have also started to feel this impact. We've seen several fires, vehicles, house fires in just the last few days. So local firefighters say any lightweight fuels that are sparky, cigarettes, hot charcoals, anything like that, be very careful around grass, plants. Those things are a risk to catch fire. You should also test your smoke alarms in your house just to make sure that they're in working condition in case something were to happen that could save your life. A Fergus Falls man facing charges for having child sex abuse materials. Fergus Falls police got the tip last year from the Internet Crimes Against Children Agency. They traced it back to an IP address to Leslie Nielsen. A search warrant then found explicit materials on his devices, some of real children, others created by AI. Nielsen is set to enter a plea on June 8th. Until then, he's out of jail on standard conditions. A Minnesota man facing felony charges for an assault after allegedly threatening a property manager with a samurai sword. Court documents say the property manager had told Alexander Geller to remove some items left outside of his apartment door. Things escalated from there. Investigators say Geller later stood outside the building, raised a samurai sword, and made a slow cutting motion toward the manager while cursing at her. Officers had to use pepper spray multiple times before taking Geller into custody. A Fargo teenager is in court today, charged in a deadly crash. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says Holden Lee lost control of his car and hit another vehicle late last October. That crash killed 2 people. Court documents tell us police found Lee's phone with a video on Snapchat playing on repeat of his speedometer at over 90 miles per hour. Police say Lee also admitted to drinking 30 minutes before that crash happened. All right, tonight the season is on the line for the Minnesota Wild. They take on the Avalanche in Game 5 of the Western Conference Semis. They're down 3-1. Puck drop is at 7:05 tonight, or 7 I should say, on TNT and HBO Max, so need a big win. Today on Hot Mike with Dom Izzo, the Wolves facing elimination after last night's loss in San Antonio. Dom will have a recap of Game 5 and a look ahead to Friday's do-or-die matchup in Minneapolis. Plus, the Summit League Track Championships begin tomorrow in Fargo. Bison head coach Stevie Keller joins the show to preview the weekend as NDSU looks to keep its title streak going. All right, don't forget, for just 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, get an all-access pass to our website, inforum.com. Go to inforum.com/subscribe. You can get that deal. And be sure to join us for the rest of our newscast today. Our next one's at 11, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. First News is back tomorrow morning from 5 to 7. Have a great day, everyone.